Have you ever wondered why people travel into the mountains? Is it to escape their everyday lives? Push their bodies to the limits? To search for the source of life-giving water? Or simply to get a view of the world few will ever experience? Trek deep into the Peruvian mountains with Yuka Hilden, Gus Kenworthy, Chachi Gonzalez, Sniper Wolf, Just Rain, Steve-O, Nikki Baker, Furious Pete, and Chuck Liddell as they learn what it takes to survive on what can only be described as the ultimate expedition. As the sun rises, we receive word on the radio that Gus has reached the summit. Gus's summiting is a win for everyone involved. Our expedition planned, trained, and pushed every physical boundary. We will forever remember the Ashinka Valley and Mount Tocllaraju.
What's up, you guys? Gus Kenworthy here. I am standing at our base camp here in Peru. You can see behind me it's kind of socked in the clouds, but that's Tocllaraju. It's about 20,000 feet in elevation. And I am very stoked because I got to stand on top of that mountain the other day, which was an amazing experience.
All right, we did it. We are at the summit, on top of the world. Wow. So beautiful.
The past 3 weeks here have been really surreal. I mean, you can see our base camp. That's where we've been living, sleeping, eating, doing all of our training, learning all the techniques to climbing and the knots and the carabiners and all these different mountaineering skills that we need to get to the top of the mountain. And it's been really freaking cool to learn all that stuff and just to be here living in the mountains and just being kind of removed, I guess, from the rest of the world. I feel like I'm usually so connected to social media and my phone and the internet and everything else that it's nice to have like a month-long break and just kind of be out in nature with a bunch of amazing people. Over the course of the last 3 weeks, we learned a ton of stuff. We summited 2 mountains, Ashinka and Tocllaraju, and summiting Tocllaraju was honestly like a life highlight for me. It was amazing.
I feel like a champion right now. Woo! You can see we're a long ways up.
But it was also hard as shit. We were staying in a tent for only a couple hours because we got there probably like 4 in the afternoon to the high camp, set up tents, everything, made dinner, and then tried to get a little bit of shut-eye, and at 11 p.m. they came and woke us up to start boiling water for our bottles for the hike, and we headed out to try and get to the summit of Tocllaraju. And I feel very fortunate because I'm the one castmate that made it up, and it was pretty unbelievable. Just Rain was super close. He got called back because of the time limit that they had put on things, but he was really, really freaking close. And for me, it was just like one of the craziest experiences to be hiking in the mountains in the dark with like headlamps on, and I started a little bit behind everybody, and so I was like trying to catch up to them, and like all you're seeing is just like little white dots in the mountain, and that's just the lights from everybody else. And then looking up, it's just white dots in the sky because the stars are out, and it was a clear night. And I got to the summit right when the sun was starting to poke out from behind the mountains, and it was one of the most beautiful sunrises that I've ever seen. And I don't know, I just had an amazing, amazing feeling of accomplishment, and it was just so beautiful. So it was amazing. Overall, it was an amazing experience. I mean, hiking up there was honestly brutal. I was like aching, my legs hurt, I was complaining, I wanted to like stop and throw in the towel, but I tried to kind of just keep that to myself and just push on, and I knew that it would be worth it, and I knew I didn't want to turn around not having accomplished what I came to do. So luckily I got to the top, and it was well worth it to kind of see the world from the top of the world, if that makes sense. I mean, the highest mountain around here, and definitely the highest mountain that I've ever been on top of, 20,000 feet. It was amazing, and I'm stoked for you guys to check it out. So make sure you tune in to the Ultimate Expedition on YouTube Red, and thanks for talking with me. I'll see you guys later. Peace.